He was called the King of Pop. The greatest entertainer the world has ever seen. A voice that defined generations. A dancer who defied gravity itself. But behind the glittering glove and the sold-out stadiums lay a story of pain, pressure, and unparalleled genius. This is the life of Michael Jackson, from a tiny house in Gary, Indiana, to the biggest stages on Earth. If you like this video, please subscribe to our channel, like, and share it with your friends. Let's step into the world of a legend. Michael Joseph Jackson was born on August 29, 1958, in Gary, Indiana, the eighth of 10 children in a working-class African-American family. His father, Joseph Jackson, was a steelworker with a dream. That dream was music. And he saw it in his sons. By 1964, the Jackson brothers were formed. Michael, just 6 years old, was the pint-sized powerhouse who could sing like a seasoned soul man. The world wasn't ready. The group became the Jackson 5, and by 1969, they had signed with Motown Records. I Want You Back, ABC, I'll Be There, hit after hit after hit. A child was carrying a family on his tiny shoulders. But childhood stardom came at a brutal price. Rehearsals were relentless. School was a distant memory. And the stage became both his sanctuary and his prison. Those early years forged a performer without equal, but they also planted the seeds of a lifelong struggle with identity, privacy, and trust. By the late 1970s, Michael was restless. The Jackson 5 had made him famous. But Michael Jackson wanted to be legendary. In 1979, he released Off the Wall, produced by the genius Quincy Jones. It was a masterpiece. Don't Stop Till You Get Enough, Rock With You, the album shattered expectations. But one thing haunted him: it didn't win Record of the Year at the Grammys. That snub lit a fire. Michael went back into the studio with a mission. He wasn't just going to make music. He was going to change the world. Before we continue, if you like this video, please subscribe to our channel, like, and share it with your friends. In November 1982, Michael Jackson released Thriller. And nothing was ever the same again. It became the best-selling album of all time, over 70 million copies worldwide. 7 of its 9 tracks reached the top 10. But it wasn't just the music. It was the revolution. The 14-minute Thriller music video, directed by John Landis, transformed the medium forever. MTV, once reluctant to play black artists, had no choice. Michael broke down barriers with a single glove and a single video. Then came the moonwalk. March 25, 1983. Motown 25. A live television audience of 47 million watched as Michael Jackson seemed to float backward across the stage. The world gasped. The world cheered. The world changed. He was now the biggest star on the planet. Endorsements. The Victory Tour. A $5 million partnership with Pepsi, the largest celebrity endorsement deal in history at the time. But with that level of fame came a level of scrutiny that no human being was built to withstand. We're halfway through this journey. If you're enjoying this documentary so far, drop a comment in the box below. Tell us which celebrity you want us to cover in our next video. Your suggestion might just become our next full documentary. And if you like this video, please subscribe to our channel, like, and share it with your friends. In 1988, Michael purchased a 2,700-acre property in California and named it Neverland Ranch. It had amusement park rides, a zoo, and a movie theater. It was his attempt to reclaim the childhood he never had. But it also became the center of the darkest chapters of his life. In 1993, allegations of child sexual abuse emerged. Michael denied them. A civil settlement was reached, but no criminal charges were filed. The damage to his reputation, however, was catastrophic. The tabloids feasted. The jokes wrote themselves. And a sensitive man who had spent his life trying to heal the world was now painted as its villain. He married Lisa Marie Presley in 1994. The marriage lasted less than 2 years. He later married Debbie Rowe, with whom he had 2 children, Prince and Paris. A third child, Blanket, followed. In 2003, more allegations surfaced. This time, Michael faced trial. In 2005, after a grueling court battle, he was acquitted on all counts. But the trial broke him. He fled to Bahrain, then Ireland, anywhere but the United States. The king of pop had become a man in exile. By 2009, the world had begun to soften. Michael announced this as it, a series of 50 concerts at London's O2 Arena. It was billed as the final curtain call. The comeback of the century. Rehearsals began. Footage showed a 50-year-old Michael still moving like the teenager from Gary. The tickets sold out in hours. But behind the scenes, something was wrong. Insomnia plagued him. The pressure of 50 shows was crushing. And on June 25, 2009, the world stopped. Michael Jackson was found unconscious in his rented mansion in Los Angeles. He was pronounced dead at 2:26 p.m. The cause? Acute propofol intoxication, administered by his personal physician, Dr. Conrad Murray. The king of pop was gone at the age of 50. The world mourned. From Los Angeles to Lagos, from Tokyo to Timbuktu, people wept in the streets. His funeral was watched by over 2.5 billion people. The little boy from Gary had become the most famous human being to ever walk the earth. Michael Jackson's legacy is impossible to measure. He donated over $300 million to charity. His music videos are still taught in film schools. His dance moves are still imitated in every corner of the globe. Artists like Usher, Chris Brown, Beyoncé, and The Weeknd all carry his DNA. He sold over 400 million records. He won 13 Grammy Awards. He was inducted into the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame twice. But more than the numbers, it was the feeling. When Michael Jackson performed, you believed in magic. He was flawed. He was complicated. He was human. But he was also a once-in-a-lifetime genius who gave the world everything he had, until he had nothing left to give. And that was the life of Michael Jackson, the boy who sang before he could play, the man who danced before he could walk, and the legend who left us far too soon. If you like this video, please subscribe to our channel, like, and share it with your friends. Hope you liked and enjoyed this video. If you want us to continue this documentary series, please subscribe to our channel and like and share. This is Tech Origin Stories, and we'll see you in the next story. Thank you for watching.